Good morning. We are excited to be working with you in preparation for our 21-22 school year. We're going to complete registration activities with y'all today. We're going to review real quickly graduation requirements, provide you with the resources that you need in order to select your courses for next school year. So we're going to show you our mini guide, which is essentially our dictionary of all the courses that we offer, along with description, information. We're going to share with you the Wake County Public School System Program Planning Guide, which is a large guide that encompasses everything for the county. Information you would be interested in, more specifically, would be things about graduation honors, grade point average, college university requirements, etc. So that guide is just a great resource. And then we're going to provide you with the actual course selection sheet for your grade level that you will complete in today's session before we wrap up. So real quick, an introduction of the student services team. Hopefully you know all of us by now, but for those of you that are new to our school, you probably haven't yet met us in person. That's going to be happening soon if you're going to be in person. This is Miss Campbell. She works primarily with 10th through 12th grade students. She does lots of things. The things that she does that are most known by students are that she advises the Beta Club. She coordinates our advanced placement program. I'll talk a little bit more about that when we talk about graduation requirements. She coordinates 504 plans for her caseload, and then she coordinates our scholarship and enrichment opportunity information so that students have that information and can use that information as they apply to get financial help for college and university, community college, whatever they're doing after high school. Then we have Miss Moore. She is our school counselor intern. She is new to our team. Most of you probably have seen her by now if you went to our curriculum fair or our Meet the Teacher night. But if not, she is going to be working with students at North Wake this semester, and she'll be with us again in the fall next school year. So she works with students in all grade levels. She'll be working with Ms. Campbell and myself. She's currently coordinating our Monday Mingle program for 9th grade students. And then she's coordinating the Young Women's Summit, which is a Wake County enrichment program for our female students. And she's providing attendance and academic intervention support virtually until our students return to school. And then I am Megan Walter. I'm the Dean of Students. I work primarily with students in grades 9 and 13. I also coordinate 504 plans. I'm the NCAA coordinator, which is for our student athletes who plan to compete after high school, just making sure that they have what they need in terms of being enrolled in the NCAA clearinghouse and that they have the core courses, etc. And then their coaches also work with them on that piece as well. I'm the McKinney-Vento liaison, so for students who are in transition, providing support to those students. CCRG contact, that's specifically for 12th grade students. So I don't believe there'll be 12th graders necessarily participating in this today, though some of you might be hearing us. And then I do coordinate graduation activities. So just a quick overview of graduation requirements. All students are under what's referred to as the Future Ready Core. And the completion of Future Ready Core ensures that students are prepared for whatever it is they intend to do after high school, whether that's the world of work, military, a 4-year college or university, a 2-year college. If you complete these courses successfully, then you're prepared for what you're going to see once you leave North Wake. 22 credits are required in order to earn a high school diploma. Students at North Wake have the opportunity to earn beyond these 22, but of the 22, 4 English, 4 math, 4 social studies, 3 science, 1 health and PE, and then electives to get to that 20. There are 4 English credits required. In 9th grade at North Wake, students take English 1 honors, then they take English 2 honors in the 10th grade. In the 11th grader, there are 2 English courses students can choose to take, either English 3 honors or AP language and composition. AP, and I referred to that earlier when I was speaking about Miss Campbell being the AP coordinator, stands for advanced placement. That's the acronym for advanced placement. And it's a college level course that students can take on the Wake County side of things, where they can earn high school credit and they can potentially earn college credit. High school credit is earned when a student takes and passes that course. College credit is earned when a student takes the test that is given in May, is awarded a grade, and then the college or university awards credit. So grades range anywhere from 0 to 5. That's the score that you earn on that test, a 5 being the highest. And colleges and universities allow students to earn credit based on that score. So for UNC system schools, if you earn a 3 or higher, then you're going to earn some sort of credit at that college or university. The type of credit that you earn will be dependent on your major, the specific UNC system school, etc. And if you're going to a non-UNC system school, then those colleges and universities determine the scores that they will award credit for and how that credit will be used. So you'll just need to investigate that when you're looking at other colleges and universities. And then in 12th grade, you have the option to take English for honors or AP literature and composition. Math has, we're going to go to social studies. So social studies has 4 credits as well, and the credits differ depending on the grade that you are going into next school year. So just a quick overview of social studies credits. For rising juniors and seniors, your credits are going to be the same. So if you're a rising junior and senior, same credits. You have to have a world history. You have to have a civics and economics. And then you have to have 2 courses of American history-ish. So you either are going to take American History 1 and 2, or you can take AP US History, which covers the content of American 1 and 2 in one course. But because that's only 1 credit, you have to pick up another social studies credit here. The majority of our students take AP Psychology. So that's for rising juniors and seniors. And then for rising 10th graders, you took World History this year. Next year, you will take Civics and Economics. The next year, you will take American History, either American History or AP US History. And then that next year, you're going to take an Economics and Personal Finance course. I'm going to skip rising 9th grade student social studies, as those students won't be participating in our classroom sessions. Mathematics, 4 credits are needed. Every student has to have a North Carolina Math 1 course, a North Carolina Math 2 course, a North Carolina Math 3 course. All of ours are honors at North Wake. And then that 4th course is going to align with whatever it is you plan to do after high school. So for our students, for the most part, you take North Carolina Math 4 honors or pre-calculus. Your math teachers are going to help you make that selection based on your current math products and progress and or plans after high school. But these are the courses that students will choose to meet that 4th requirement. Then science, we have 3 credits in the science area. All students have to take and pass an Earth Environmental Science. So they're either going to take Earth and Environmental Science honors in the 9th grade or AP Environmental Science in the 11th grade. That's the typical sequence for those. Then you take a biology course, and then you have to take a physical science course. And the physical science that we offer at North Wake is chemistry, and that's either chemistry honors or AP chemistry. All students have to take and pass 1 health and PE credit. That's typically done in the 9th grade. If it's not done in the 9th grade, it has to be done before graduation. And there's a CPR instruction component that is required for graduation. For most students in public school, that is taken care of in the 8th grade. But with the pandemic, that has been shifted a little bit. So if you did not get that in the 8th grade, we will make sure that you get that before you graduate at North Wake. And then you have electives that you have to take and pass in order to graduate. 6 is the number that gets you to the 22, but you have the opportunity to select more than 6 throughout your high school experience. 2 of those 6 have to come from any combination of career and technical education, arts education, or world languages. At North Wake, we require 2 levels of the same language, so that will take care of that specific 2 of 6 requirement. And then you get to have some student choice for those remaining 4. The state strongly recommends that you concentrate in something with those 4, whether it be a career and technical education pathway or a specific arts pathway, or even another subject area taking additional credits in either English, math, science, history, world language. So for students who select to do that concentration in a career pathway, and we do strongly recommend that our students choose a pathway and focus on that pathway to become a concentrator or completer. We recommend this because we're a career technical education high school, so a lot of our electives are going to be career technical education electives, but also because this does make you eligible if you complete a pathway to take the work keys your 12th grade year. The work keys is a test that if you pass indicates that you are career ready. It can be put on your resume and recognized as a credential. How do pathway concentrators work? I'm going to show you a real quick example. So let's say that you want to do something in accounting or business, and the accounting courses are most interesting to you. So you would choose the accounting pathway, and then you would complete the required courses under that pathway. And once you complete those courses, you'd be a concentrator. So for accounting, there are 2 required courses and 1 recommended course. Principles of Business and Finance is recommended. So we would recommend that you take this course as it has content that'll make you more successful in the accounting courses that you're going to encounter later. And then Accounting 1 Honors. And then Accounting 2 is the concentrator course. And so once you complete this course successfully, you have then concentrated in accounting and you're eligible to take that work keys test. So quick overview of our timeline process. That's graduation requirements in a nutshell. So on Friday, all of the teachers had recommendations for students in PowerSchool. So you should be able to view your recommendations in PowerSchool at this point. If you have questions about those recommendations, please reach out to your teachers. We can certainly answer some too, but your teachers will be able to say why they specifically recommended one course over another if there was a choice to be made. February 8th, which is today, we are beginning to go into classrooms, and we are going to get into each third period classroom between now and the 18th. And then on the 19th, we're going to do a makeup registration for any student who is not present in their classroom registration session. You are going to select the courses that you most want to take for our 21-22 school year today. Those are going to be a combination of your English, math, science, history, your required graduation specific courses, and then those electives that you have choice on. You're going to do that today. You're going to submit that today. And that does make students nervous sometimes because they're not doing that with their parent or guardian. So we want to make sure that you do know that there's going to be a time for you and your parent or guardian to together review the courses that you selected and to make any necessary changes that you want made. So just know that there's going to be a time for that. So you're going to complete your course selection sheet today, submit that. We're going to get that information, and then we're going to review it and make sure that everything looks correct, that you have all the courses listed that you need for graduation that are appropriate for your grade level, and that the elective courses that you have selected are appropriate, that you have all the prerequisites that you need, etc. So we're going to look at all of that, and then if there are issues, we are going to communicate that to you via your student email address and the parent email address that you enter on your registration worksheet today. So it is very important that when you are listing information on your course selection sheet today, that you list it exactly as it asks. So when it asks for your name, last name, comma, first name, enter it just that way. When it asks for the student email address, make sure you list your Wake County student email address correctly. You spell it correctly. You put your dots in where it should be, etc. And then it asks for parent email address. That parent email address, number 1, is the email address of the parent that most often checks their email address. So make sure you enter that information correctly. If you do those things correctly, you're going to get a copy of what you submit today, and then your parent or guardian at that email address that you provide is going to get a copy of what you submit today. We're going to get courses entered into PowerSchool by the end of February for our current students. And then in April, you will get something called a verification form. For those of you who were here last school year, you may remember receiving this in the spring last year. It's going to be a listing of the courses that you select today and adjustments that are made when we make reviews. So when we review it, if there are errors, we're going to fix those courses. But you'll receive a verification form that shows everything in PowerSchool that is listed for you for next school year, along with the recommendations that your teachers made, and then instructions on how to make any changes that you, your parent, or guardian want to make at that time. So that'll come out in April, and there'll be a due date, typically 2 weeks later, of when those verification forms are due. And whatever that due date is, it is a hard line. So make sure you get that turned in, and then we will make those adjustments in PowerSchool. So any changes that you want to make, we're going to make in PowerSchool, and those then become your course selections for 21-22. We use that course selection information that students enter to create student schedules for next school year. Before doing the student schedule, that we have to figure out what we're going to offer. So just keep in mind that there are lots of courses on the course selection sheets, and you're going to pick from those courses. But the courses that actually are going to be available next school year are going to be dependent on the selections made by all students. So just because one student selects a course, if not enough students select that course, it likely won't be a course that's offered next school year, because we have to have enough students to offer sections of courses. That's why we ask for primary course selections and alternate course selections. So keep in mind that we will use both primary and alternate course selections when creating student schedules, and you want to make sure that you enter courses for both of those that you would be interested in taking should you get those scheduled for next school year. We really don't do schedule changes in the fall because we offer the verification process in April, and the only schedule changes that are made in the fall are those that are the result of errors on our end, and we work really hard in the summer to make sure that schedules are pretty close to perfect. So hopefully we won't have any issues in that way. We're going to flip real quick to our live session with y'all, where we're going to walk you through the registration process and introduce you to the resources you need to select that information. And then, of course, you can email us and make appointments after this session should you have additional questions beyond what you're able to ask today. Y'all have a good day. It is good to see you.